I'll be reacting to Seirei Gensouki Chronicles episode 10. I'll be watching it from Chronicles episode, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for all the inevitably hilarious actions for all the guys. Woo! It definitely does look from the angle that our boy got some action. I like how one of them is trying to cover his face, but she can't. And she's peeking through her fingers. That is too freaking adorable. All right, what an awesome wing lady. Whoa! I like how the chick is still looking through her eyes. I want the greenish hair. Oh! I like her, his sister's tongue with anger in her voice. Yes! I just hope for his sake that this trick's got her memory. Oh. Aw. It's looking adorable. I love how she says it so matter of fact, too. Okay. I think I already like this one. And she's only been in for like maybe a few seconds at most. And I've already loved her this much. Holy shit. Can't wait to see what they're going to do with her with more extended slice of life sequences, which is I'm assuming this series is going to go with. Because usually when it comes to this series, they introduce the character, then they give you some casual moments. So then afterwards, when something goes down, you care about the character in question. At least that's what I'm thinking this episode is going to do. For all I know, it could go the super rushed route. But at least in the recent episodes, it seemed like the series has learned to slow things the fuck down a little bit. And I gotta say, that is some progress right there, and I hope it continues that way. Not that I hate fast-paced series, and what the fuck, I don't know why my laptop's acting up right now. Alright, I fixed it, y'all, don't worry. Oh man, the singer's voice, it always puts a smile to my face. I really hope we get the fights the douche in like the clothing though, because that fight in the opening looks freaking epic. I hope the actual fight when it gets to it in the anime looks that good, because that'd be hype as fuck. Or now it's back. A spirit's awakening. I have a feeling that that spirit's going to get super strong eventually, though. Maybe he formed the moment he went into that world? That's my guess. But now the question is, how did she materialize in physical form, though? Maybe she materialized because our boy's got a set goal? That's my guess. My guess is our boy's case is going to be different. Yeah, I had a freaking feeling. I mean, it is hard. That's what we're talking about. Anything that happens to him is usually the exception of a situation. Aww. Hey, it's only fair. Maybe you should give her a name by... Well, she is bonded to him. Oh, that too, but... She is bonded to Haruto. I mean, there really isn't anyone else worthy of naming her, if you ask me. It would just go by that context. That's kind of sweet and kind of creepy at the same time, too, if you ask me, though. Ow! Oh my left side. It's because I lift. Not that I lifted heavy things, but I don't know. I stretched myself in a weird spot early in the morning. Don't worry, I can still react to the episode. It's just a bit of pain to deal with. I mean, at the very least, she showed up in a calmer context. Though, at least she didn't show up while Haruto was involved in something dangerous, or when Haruto was traveling around. So it could be worse. They should get her clothes. Whoa, man. Okay, that's pretty damn fancy. All right. Okay, that's pretty damn bad. I like how all the other girls are freaking excited. Oh man, they're freaking adorable. Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna name her. Oh, huh. It's actually a pretty name considering that Aisha seemingly has a bright personality for the most part, at least of what they've shown off her so far. She didn't seem like the angry or pissy type when she was nude. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Aisha form a sister-like dynamic with the other girls. I think that'd actually be pretty fun to watch. I mean, a Luwei lady showing up at a nowhere would probably fill her up a bit of, I shouldn't say excitement, but loads of curiosity. Hmm. Ah. I also didn't that's would have at least a few answers. But you know what? It makes sense, though. My guess is, though, as she travels around the heart, so Aisha's memories might slowly start dripping back. That's my guess. Hmm. Thankfully, Haruto has been capable of protecting himself for the most part. Yo, what a badass! Okay. I mean, shit, I already thought Aria was already pretty broken, but damn. That's just gonna make him even all sorts of, well, it's gonna make him all extra sorts of broken. Which, you know what? I don't mind because for the most part, the series has done a good job of handling Rio pretty well from a strength standpoint. Oh, whoa. Well, yes, the animation could be a little bit better. At least it's better than some of the. I'd say it's average. At least it's not completely awful. That's probably the most we've ever seen Haruto struggle in a fight throughout the whole series. I gotta admit, the music in the background's pretty dang epic. I gotta admit, though, spell animation in the aftermath of everyone's hair blowing just by the impact of both their attacks actually looks nice, though. So there are some snippets of animation here and there that actually look pretty nice. All in all, pretty decent job from the animators. Considering this fight's not even like a one where someone's life is at stake and it's just a sparring session. Sparring session. A sparring session is what I meant to say. I want to see them fight longer. Oh yeah, true. They probably wouldn't have even broken some pillars at that rate. Wait, that was a fraction? Wait. Ah. Oh, okay. I thought for a second she had to be like restrained, or she'd have to stay around that area before she could travel around with Haruto because of her lacking control of her own abilities. That's what I was kind of worried about. I don't even know which is. Arigato is so damn cute. Oh, that looked good. Damn, all that food looks delicious. And I ate not that long ago. I'm assuming Aisha's probably getting the spirit to the highest level, though, considering that she can also utilize every element proficiently. Mm-hmm. Oh, pretty dang fancy. I mean, Naruto hasn't been around for quite a while, so I could see why he'd be acting like a stranger. Oh no! Yeah, that was actually quick. Okay, how long did he stay there? Like, no, seriously, it just barely felt like he got back, slept, sparred with Aisha, and that's it. It feels like they're skipping a lot of things in the series because it's like, at least when it comes to this village, it always no, it always feels like the animators and writers just breeze through this type of content. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. It kind of feels abrupt that he's leaving just out of nowhere, and then he doesn't even talk with Latifah personally by himself, at least not on screen. It's okay. At least he's finally self-aware. It's better late than never, but damn. It took someone actually telling him, oh, ah, okay. Yeah, he deserves, yeah, Latifah deserves to spoil him a little bit. I love how here Latifah is like got no compromises at all. I like that bit of character development for Latifah. It's subtle, but I love how she was unyielding in her position here. Hmm. Well, yeah. And plus, it's Latifah opening herself up more. I don't even if Aisha wasn't, I don't think she would have needed a reason or excuse to mention more about herself. Oh boy. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the aw. So that actually explains a lot. Not good. It definitely has to be the same bus. Hey, you know what? At least they ended up being siblings. Even if they're not blood related, at least they ended up being siblings in this Isekai world. I mean, well, yes, Haruka could do things better. At the very least, they let the. But hey, at the very least, he did save Latifah's life in the past, though, so it could be worse. And it's kind of a good thing that she's not prying for more, because if she knew, her girl would actually have quite a few worries for her boy. If she knew all the spicy little details. They've got a point. And plus, they're all sort of like family at this point, too. Oh, yeah, to disguise himself. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, too. And that explains why he has a different hair color in the opening, too. That felt quick. Yo, I don't read the source material, but did they just skip chapters? Because I know this has a manga and a light novel. Did it just skip chapters? Because literally, I would have loved to have seen Aisha's training. I felt like doing it the way they did, it robbed Aisha of character development. I don't know about y'all, but that kind of pisses me off a little bit, because this series has been doing it the last 2 episodes. It's like, we must skip the little details. Because, no, I don't even think that's a little detail. Aisha learning things about how you realize vulnerability is kind of freaking important, actually. Well. Oh, boy. Oh, man, this Charles fucker really makes me. I hope it's something that's gonna annoy the fuck out of Charles. It's gonna interrupt him. I can only cross my fingers. Oh man, just looking at Charles sickens me a little bit on the inside. Ugh. At least we finally got a little update on Cecilia, though. Just a Oh, hello, Lens 246. Hope you're having a great day right now. I'm surprised. Okay, good. I was gonna say that I'm surprised he hasn't started changing his hair color yet. But hey, at least he eventually did it. Oh my! I wonder if it's gonna involve Cecilia. No, it might, or it might not. I like how Aisha's modest, where she's like, "I can be used." I'm like, woman, you're probably immensely useful. You're like an arm. Well, I'm reacting to the episode. Lens 246. It's pretty. Yeah, it's. Yeah, it's. No, I'm reacting to the episode right now. It's literally in the title of the video. But yeah, Aisha, I kind of like her humbleness though, because it's like, nah, she wouldn't just be a bit useful. She'd probably have the strength of like a mini little army unit, if you ask me. It's a shame though that a lot of things seemingly have changed with him being out for quite a while. Because if he was to go establish the past, and that was only a few episodes ago. Hmm. You know what I like about this? When it comes to the people that Rio really cherishes, he actually goes above the call of duty to take huge gambles. I like it. Establishes how much risk tolerance he's got. Oh my. Oh shit! So I guess that kind of was on the money. Oh fuck. And the thing is, Celia's gonna worry to one of the most irredeemable bastards of the whole freaking series. I just wonder why she accepted though, unless because when it comes to Charles, I don't know. It doesn't seem like he'd be marrying Celia because he loves her. It feels like the bastard's doing it either to go up in social standing or social positioning, and that's it. Just going by all appearances. I mean, yeah, I could be wrong on this, but that's my gut feeling because in the series, every single time they show Charles, it's usually because he means bad news. Now, and saying that, here's what I'm going to rate this episode over on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for a bit above average, but this series is starting to show a lot more cracks, though, because it's like, it's a rub with anything regarding Aisha. It's like, I would have loved to have seen her training, but they skipped that. I would have loved to have seen more time with Rio and Latifa. If they'll erupt. Yes, I know the episode itself acknowledged that, but it still felt way too quick. Kind of dampens in the family dynamic that they got between Rio and Latifa. Kind of destroys a bit of the emotional gravitas. But in saying that, there are some Silver Bride. In saying that, next week does sound epic. Oh. Man, she knows about his. Okay, that's freaking adorable. I always love the little manga panel stuff. Now, there are positives, though. For one, at least now there's emotional stakes and there's a really darn powerful moment coming up because if it's going to end up in a scenario where our boy's going to have to interfere with Celia's wedding, it's going to be interesting to see that conflict because now it's going to be like, for one, it's going to emotionally evolve Rio. Two, Charles is sack of trash and it's going to add tension because it's going to make me wonder, oh, what is that devious bastard planning? And three, it's at least now looking like the series is building. Well, at least it's building up for the ninth season finale, at the very least. So that's what I thought it did things positively narratively. Even though yes, there were downsides, and yes, the pacing could have been better. Now, from a character standpoint, I did like this. I like seeing our girl Latifa actually stand firm on her stance of rubbing Haruto's back, and even how she acknowledges that he doesn't even spend much time there. And I do like that. That's a nice element. And I do love how she mentions how she was that little girl on the bus. But in saying that, I would have loved to have seen that a little bit more fleshed out, and let me explain why. I would have loved to have seen Haruto talk with Latifah a bit longer regarding their pre-secret lives, because I'm like, okay, y'all just found out that y'all were in the same bus, and you just casually talk a little bit about it, and that's it. You don't talk anything more about that. It's like, really now? Kind of felt like this series, whenever it gets somewhere interesting, it just skims through almost everything. And that's why this episode did have downsides, not just from a story style, but from a character standpoint, because I felt like it could have given Latifah a lot of amazing characterization if they'd have taken their time a little bit. And I do like how, at the very least, though, it shows not Latifah's, I meant to say Aisha's humbleness when she says she'll be a bit useful, and you never see her super cocky. So I do like her. So that's where I'm going to give the episode some praise. And I do love how Rio takes a risk for the people he loves, in this case, Celia. So that's what I thought from a character standpoint, even though, yes, a few things did feel abrupt. It did a good job for the most part. As for other elements, the animation was so-so, but at least during some of the sparring bits, like when you had Haruto and Aisha utilizing spells, the animation quality looked really good. You can tell the animators tried really hard, especially during like their bouts of using ice and flame magic. I was actually pretty impressed. And usually when it comes to this series, I'm usually not impressed with the visual quality, so I do gotta give credit where credit's due. And I gotta give the animators some credit. I just hope, though, for the finishing episodes, they actually try their hardest, because it's like, don't get me wrong, I currently enjoy what they're doing, but I hope that when it gets to the emotional moments, they show off more than just decent visuals, because all things considered, yes, I enjoy the series, but it needs to bring something extra for the season finale. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be for animes whenever they get to the season finale. They're supposed to show their stuff. They're supposed to show their best foot forward figuratively. But, yeah, overall, though, at least the visuals weren't terrible. The voice performances were great, though. I love the voice performance from Latifah's voice actress. You can definitely tell she chewed up the scenes a lot, because it sounded like she was having a lot of fun. And the music was pretty good, especially the music during the sparring bit. It sounded really good and kind of cinematic, too. Hell, it felt like, aside from it sounding cinematic, I felt like it could have fit in a video game, too, if you ask me. And that's why, if I had to rate the episode overall, with 5 being 910 being exceptional, I got to give it a 6 out of 10 rating for a bit above average. But in saying that, it's just a little bit worrying that the series is showing a little bit of weaknesses. But hopefully it patches it up going into its finishing stretch. I mean, for the most part, the series has had more positives than negatives. But in these type of animes, usually their sticking power, it's usually determined by the last few episodes. And hopefully the series can stick its landing. But you never know with isekai. But I'm hope for the best. But anyways, right before I go, let me just say thank you very much to Lens246 for comments on the live chat. And everyone else, thank you very much for watching my video. Hope y'all rate the vid, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.